Deep Six Wrestling presents news, reviews, or rants.
Alright, what's going on, you guys? Thanks for tuning into news, reviews, or rants with yours truly, Jiu-Jitsu Joey, aka Triple J. Definitely not a Triple H ripoff. Please don't sue me. Anyways, in this week's episode, I'm going to go over last week's pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, live from Las Vegas, which was put on by the newest pro wrestling promotion, AEW, All Elite Wrestling. Before I get into this, please subscribe to our channel, Deep Six Wrestling, and follow us on Twitter. The links will be in the description below. Thank you. Okay, so after my viewing of AEW's Double or Nothing pay-per-view, I was overall impressed, honestly. There's a lot of unique and amazing talent, with the standouts being obvious. You got Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, and to everyone's surprise, even if it was, predictable or not, Jon Moxley, better known in WWE as Dean Ambrose. This is very big for a brand new company. You have Cody, who has really matured into a great in-ring talent with charisma and a legendary wrestling family background. You have Kenny Omega, who's considered one of the greatest wrestlers in the world. Chris Jericho, the grizzled vet, who is still very capable in the ring and has always been fantastic on the mic. And then we have Jon Moxley with a hardcore wrestling background and unorthodox style that gives AEW the perfect formula for success for years to come. Okay, now let's get into my reviews for Double or Nothing. First match to kick off the show is the Casino Battle Royale, where the rules are a bit different from the conventional Battle Royale. The match starts with 5 men, and then every 3 minutes, a new wave of 5 men enter. And with the lucky 21 entering last. This is very different and a unique rule set that I can appreciate, honestly. Something fresh. So going to this match, I honestly had no idea who any of these participants were, besides Joey Janela, who was my favorite to win it. This match was pretty entertaining, and there were some cool spots and questionable gimmicks from some of the wrestlers, but everlasting first impressions. The match was solid, with Hangman Adam Page being the lucky 21 and winning by eliminating Luchasaurus to earn a title shot for the AEW World Championship. The next match was Kip Sabian versus Sammy Guevara. This match was an athletic back and forth with some incredible moves by each guy. For me, one of the bigger spots included Guevara draping Sabian over the guardrail and then delivering a shooting star press on top of him. That was fucking sick. They also toppled over each other in a suplex position from the ring to the floor, which was also sick. Kip hit his finisher, Deathly Hallows, for the win. And I gotta say, that's a pretty dope finisher name. So I was sold. Let's see. Okay, so to kick off the main card, since, that was just the buy-in, we had SoCal Uncensored versus Strong Hearts in tag team action, and wow, what a way to put the tag division on notice right off the bat. This match proves that 6-man tag matches can work. I'm looking at you, Vince. The match ended with SoCal Uncensored picking up the win and hitting mostly the biggest spots, in my opinion. Next, we have the AEW's first women's triple threat match that featured Nyla Rose versus the Dr. Britt Baker and Smiley Kylie Ray, before eventually turning into a fatal four-way thanks to Brandy Rhodes when she announced another big name for the company, Awesome Kong. The match was solid, but it was also an incredibly strong introduction into what the women's division will look like in AEW. Britt Baker ends up getting the victory via pinfall over Kylie Ray. Good job, ladies. Next, we got more tag action as Best Friends take on Angelico and Jack Evans. Talk about a high wire affair. Holy shit. Crazy. The match quickly turned to a game of can you top this? Because like a lot of back and forth. The Best Friends hit a tag team finisher for the win. I thought the most impressive part of the match, the booking, after the match, the two teams shook hands, and then the lights went out, and then an unknown tag team and a group of masked minions destroyed the two teams. The minions formed a human throne as the lights went out for the final time. I thought the human throne idea was awesome. That was just so sick. The next match, which I hated, was the women's 6 tag match, the 6 women tag match. There's not much I can say about that. It was super sloppy. It went on for way too long. And yeah, that's really it. I was very disappointed with that, honestly. Now to my personal favorite of the night. The blood feud. The brother versus the brother. Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes. And man, Jesus Christ, would Dusty be proud. I'm telling you, these guys tore the place down. They put wrestling on notice. What a fantastic match. 50-year-old Dustin looked like 30-year-old Dustin. It's crazy how good a man can be coming off of double knee surgery. So after a Dustin Blade job early on the match, the Crimson Mask covered Dustin's face, and the entire ring was covered with blood. And it was just a shit show. There was blood everywhere. This man was gushing. I haven't seen a blade job as bad as this since Eddie Guerrero. I mean, wow. I'm surprised they didn't stop the match to clean him up a little bit, or ridiculous. So my favorite part of this match was the ending. So Cody Rhodes came away with the victory over his brother, but then got on the mic and said that he needed a tag partner against the Young Bucks at their next pay-per-view. Ultimately, Cody needed his older brother, and the two shared a very emotional moment that I believe will go down in AEW history forever. All right, next we have the AAA World Tag Team Championship match between the champs, the Young Bucks, and the challengers, Lucha Brothers. This match was another favorite of mine, honestly. An absolute show stealer, in my opinion. The big moves were almost too numerous to recount, and as was the incredible dramatic near falls. Oh my god, I don't think I've seen that many dramatic near falls in a wrestling match ever. I'm being straight. Jesus Christ, I was on the edge of my seat. I mean, I was like on my bed watching, but still. However, the Bucks would rally, teaming up for a Meltzer driver for the 1, 2, 3 to retain the AAA World Tag Team Championships. Which I thought, watching the match, the Lucha Brothers were going to win. That's how, like, wow. Okay, finally, the main event. Alpha versus Omega. Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega, where the winner goes on to face Hangman Adam Page for the AEW World Championship. Remember, Chris Jericho is 48 years old, but wow, these two gentlemen tore the fucking place down. This match was physical from the start, and I mean physical. Jericho managed to reverse Omega's one-winged angel not once, but twice, before hitting a code breaker and then debuting a new finisher called the Judas Effect for the 3 count to get the win. The name is cool, but the move is it's just like an elbow. The code breaker is a far more superior move, and I hope he continues to use that and gets rid of that fucking elbow garbage. I mean, that's a cool name, but it's just garbage. So after the match, Jericho cuts a super heel promo, praising himself for AEW's launch. Like he was, like, you know, praising that he was responsible for the entire thing. When then through the crowd comes Jon Moxley. Moxley gets into the ring, looking all crazy like he always is, and then he hits Jericho with the dirty deeds. Then he goes over to Omega and tries to hit him with the dirty deeds. Omega reverses, both men fly out of the ring, they start to brawl in the crowd, and they're just going at it, and Dean Ambrose ends up getting the last laugh as he hits a dirty deeds on top of the poker chips to end the night. And wow, that was a cool spot. That was a cool way to end a pay-per-view. That's really big for them that they got Jon Moxley now. It's a shame how WWE couldn't use him since he was such a top guy. It's really a shame. But hey, man, I'm glad that, you know, I hope he has success in AEW. He seems like he's happy. It seems like it wasn't about the money, which is awesome to hear from someone in, like, you know, a professional sport. So I want to talk about Alex Marvez. Alex Marvez, if you ever watch this, please let me tell you this. You can go back to the hole you crawled out of and rot there, because you ruined it for me. You ruined this show for me. I was so close to putting my television on mute, and I would have if Excalibur didn't save you, because holy shit, the match calling that you produced, awful. So bad. Please wake up tomorrow morning, look yourself in the mirror, and think, am I really cut out to do a job as a pro wrestling commentator? Because you don't got it, man. You really don't. I'm sorry to say, but you don't got it. Your personality is as bland. Oh my God, it's just awful. So bland. Please, I beg you, call up AEW tomorrow and say, guys, I don't think I have it in me anymore. I'm just not good at this. Whatever, that's fine. So hopefully it gets better. I mean, he could still get better, but I just don't know. But Excalibur definitely is a good commentator. JR looked okay. I mean, I don't know. He's definitely out of his prime, but I guess he's a big name and people will still listen to him because he's, Jim Ross. But it's whatever. Well, guys, that's my overall review of AEW's Double or Nothing. This was News, Reviews, or Rants. And remember, folks, keep kicking it.